You're trying to kill us. We're trying to get the car.
Yes.
Once we find the car, we get in, and it takes a full turn to like radio for help. And once like we find the car and a turn has passed, like we win.
Alright.
We can talk like constantly about whatever in terms of like directions and stuff like that. Once we're blindfolded and the board's set up, we're going to establish like north, south, east, and west, and everything is going to be given in relation to that.
Okay.
You're basically like both the game master and the adversary, and that like you're not just trying to kill us. We're also supposed to have a good time, and you're the person like actually seeing all this and moving it around and making judgment calls and all that. So you have to be like both the person actively stalking us and trying to kill us, and also helping us like figure the game out.
DM, I'm sure.
You're right, yeah. Except that you're also
Basically.
trying to make a spell.
So
So I guess that's a DM.
3 and 4 player game. Okay, so
For those one of you joining us, hi, we're back, and we're playing Nyctophobia. If you're who I think you are, you've probably seen this played before, probably even played it yourself. But this is a game where it's basically a slasher movie. We're being chased by a slasher, played here by Usher, and we players have to wear these peril-sensitive sunglasses that keep us from seeing anything on the board. He gets to guide our hands around to move our pieces. And I'm telling you all this right now because once I put these things on, they're not coming off until the game ends or I get killed, whichever comes first. So if you're in our our stream right now, if you're typing something, I'm sorry, but I'll have to get to you later.
here, pick one of these.
Sure.
Our turn, relatively simple. We have to move 2 spaces. And we do it like he will take out, he will guide our hand to our piece, and then you move it around and you feel around you. You can't go through forests. Clint, what's yours?
I can feel an additional space.
Yeah, okay. So normally what happens is, like, Asha guides my hand to this piece, I pick it up, and I can feel 1 space in every direction around it. Oh, there's a forest. I can't feel that way. You can. Special bonus ability. Then I pick up my piece. I can move 1 space and be like, oh, okay, I feel around again. That's a forest. Here's a space over here. Or I can move 2 spaces and just feel around up to the second one.
And how many spaces can you feel around before you move?
1 space in every direction. So you have to move 2 spaces, but you can either do like move, feel, move, or you can do move, move, feel.
Okay. And I was wondering if there was like a limit to the number of times you could feel around before.
Yeah. Oh no, there's no limited. Sorry. Yeah, you can like you have to move 2 spaces. You can stop to feel after the turn one, but you don't have to, and you can feel after the second one, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Now, there's things called rocks on the board. They're this. You drop them in there. You pick them up automatically. I think we'll start with a rock. Okay. So then, movement always happens. Like you always have to move 2 spaces. You can sprint, but this is, by the way, you can take an action before or after your movement, but not during. Sprinting is moving an additional space, but you can't search after a sprint action. So, like, you're going to wind up blind regardless. Hide. You flip it face down. Take your little piece, flip it up like this. Oop, now I'm hiding. You can't be affected or affect gameplay or enter combat, which means like the hunter like can do range shit. If you speak at all while you're hiding, then we're not hiding anymore and you flip our pieces back up.
I'm okay with being loose with that because honestly, I think that's kind of a fun rule.
It's at like I've played this like it actually is pretty fun because the thing is there's no restrictions on other talking. And that's the important part is like we can talk all day long. I can say like, oh yeah, I think 2 turns ago I remember there's a little nook. Like there's no restrictions on player communication except when you're hiding. And if you fuck like, and it's really like, and like I've done both sides. It's like if you fuck up, you're just like, oh god damn it, and then it's like, well, you're not hiding anymore.
I'm okay with like small lapses or like if you have to talk to someone outside the game. I don't want to be a jerk.
Oh yeah, no, it's like, but it, like, all right. So, and then the noise token. Where's the noise token? Yeah, it's on.
That looks like it.
Yeah. So then That goes on if you make a noise when you're not hidden anymore. At the start of your next turn, you immediately leave hiding, and if you're adjacent to the hunter when that happens, combat starts immediately. And you can only hide after movement. Now then throwing a rock, you throw a rock in one direction. It travels in a straight line in that direction until something's hit, and the hunter tells you how far it traveled and what it hit. So you can use this as sonar. You chuck out a rock and you're like, okay, it went 3 spaces, and then it hit like the forest, so I can go 3 spaces in that direction and then move.
Hit the forest or hit the edge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It also can act as a lure. So the noise token, basically the hunter, a lot of the cards trigger off whether the noise token's on the board and the hunter moves in that noise token's direction. So if you throw a rock and then move in the opposite direction, the hunter will probably go towards the noise token.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so we're just...
Yeah. And if you throw a rock at the hunter rocks back 2 spaces.
Okay.
The hunter's turn.
Shouldn't that be reversed? North and then the east, west.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sitting on the wrong side of the table.
That's okay.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you need a reference, you can look at this too.
Ooh.
So your turn is you get a deck of cards, you draw 2 at a time, you pick one of them to resolve, and then you draw another one to replace it. Notice how your cards have both like something that says to do like verbally, and then there's something to do if there's a noise token out, and something to do if there's not a noise token out. Just like I was having fun with this. It's actually like you can like bullshit as much as you want, but I would recommend just like taking a lot of your cues from the cards, because it really does like jog your creativity and give you like, okay, I should say this, because it helps you like fuck with this basically.
So for your reference, some of these cards request me to tell lies, and some of these cards request me to tell truths.
Yep.
It looks like it's about 50-50.
Okay.
And
so just never trust anything you say.
And the rest recommend that I taunt the player, like taunt a player who's in a various position.
Oh.
Yep.
Relative to me or relative to the car.
So combat is if the hunter's next to us, this doesn't count, there's like an obstacle in between. And this is like non-diagonal, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. If the hunter piece is next to us, the hunted like loses 1 health, and then you know where the hunter is relative to you.
Is this the hunter piece?
Yeah, I think so. And then if you got a rock, you can chuck it at them as a counter attack. If you do, the hunter is staggered. They take like a wound token. This one right here. Pretty sure. Yeah. And then they move 2 spaces away from you, and they can only move 1 space next turn.
Oh.
So it's good. But if you don't have a rock, then you just retreat. You move 1 or 2 spaces, and you hide, or you can't hide. You can still search.
Wait, can you go over that one more time, how the combat works?
Okay, no, is it like, so the hunter is like, you were over here, and you see me, and your card is like, okay, move 2 spaces, so you get 1, 2, combat, boom, you're next to me. You attack, you say, I attack you, I'm east of you, I take 1 damage, and then if I have a rock, I can chuck it at you, you would be wounded, and then I move 1 or 2 spaces, and then I can hide if I want to.
Is this all on the hunter turn, or is this just on your turn you can attack me?
If I end a turn adjacent to you, anytime the hunter player is adjacent to a hunted piece, combat happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And if anybody dies, we lose immediately. And this is the car. So it's 2 adjacent spaces. Once you find that, you can't, like, you can get into it, but the hunter can attack you in there.
So we have to occupy the car for
1 turn.
How much health do players have before they die?
I'm pretty sure it's 2. Let me double check. Yep. So we start with a rock and 2 health pieces.
Okay. Thank you. Wind a piece of string around.
Okay, so at this point, we should now put down the blackout glasses, and you should do the alternate board setup.
Okay.
Do you? I think you can place the rocks wherever, but you place only one rock because you place one fewer rock than they're hunted, and there's 2 of us. So you just place one rock wherever you feel cool.
Okay.
And the important thing is rocks stay on the board. So if I chuck a rock, like that rock is on the board and until either of us grab it.
Gotcha. So it's not like a one-shot rock. It
Nope.
just
If you want the rock, you can walk in that direction and go pick up the rock again.
That's nice. I really like that.
And if it hits the edge of the board, then like if we feel the edge of the board, that's announced. And that's the other thing I like about this game is like the information is just hidden because we can't see it. Everything else, like if we feel the edge of the board, we know that's the edge of the board. Like the hunter sets up directions, like we know it's north, south, east, and west, and so then we like move in those.
All right. So my goal is to kill you, and your goal is to get to the chopper.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's interesting because like, when I was playing this, it was trying to find an interesting. Okay, so it's like I want to tell them like some things, but I also don't want to tell them other things. It's fun.
Oh, yeah, cool.
All right. I think I'm ready. I think I understand this.
All right.
Let me grab your hand.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Hang on. The
Distraction.
world is falling apart.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not great.
Okay. That's my piece.
That's your piece.
Right there. I'm the
Yeah.
slot.
You are the slot.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Also, I think I accidentally disrupted the board state, but that's okay because you can't tell.
All right. So, I guess I'll start. Let's do this. All right. Where's my piece again?
Hello. I don't know who that is, but hello.
Okay, I'm gonna move a piece back into the right spot. Go ahead. Nobody here can see you. Who is
Hi, who
it?
just showed up?
I'm so confused.
I'm
All right. So,
I'm all sorts of messed up right now.
okay. So I'm feeling around. So I got pads to my west. I got the edge of the board to my north. I got space to my east, and I got space to my south. All right. I'm going to move one south. Am I moving one south?
You are moving one cell.
Okay, there we go. One south. Right, feeling around now. Shit, forest. Shit, forest. Okay. Then I'm moving. My hands are so big.
This is such a hard game to play.
2. There we go. It'll get easier once we get used to it. Okay, so that's me, and now I'm feeling around. Empty space north, empty space south, space west, empty space. Okay, yeah, back east. So I started I started on the north edge of the map basically. So I'm going to start working south and come in.
Okay.
All right, so that's my turn, and then fuck, what are my actions? I can.
You can sprint. You can move on extra. You can leave the familiar. I have no idea what that means. You can hide flipping face down, or you can throw a rock.
Hello, if you just walked into this
Hi,
room.
they can't see
Hey,
you.
what's up?
No, I was trying to get his attention.
Hi.
You can't. Yeah, those aren't sunglasses. Those are.
Yeah, these are peril
Oh,
sensitive
you
sunglasses.
can't really, you can't.
Right. The point of the game is we're not allowed to see the board. Hi.
All right, so
Thank you for your donation.
I'm going to. Can you put my hand back on my piece again, please?
I'm gonna just use your middle finger because it's the longest.
That works. Okay.
We're not flipping you off, people at home. We promise.
Wait. Down. Okay. Whoa.
What was
No,
that?
that was a chair.
Okay.
You are safe. You are safe.
All right.
What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm the track star. When I take a sprint action, I can move an extra space.
Oh.
I'm going to. That's turn.
All right.
Let me grab your finger.
That's
No, wait. Okay, sorry.
All right. This is me.
That's you.
All
You were
right.
slot. You were double slot.
Okay. Oh no! What have I done?
Okay.
I'm pausing.
All is well. All is well.
Okay.
You only get to feel one
I'm the
space.
forest expert. I get to feel an extra space out,
Mm.
and I've done it again.
I fixed it.
Okay. So that's all right. I'm going to move.
Are you on edge?
No, I'm not on an edge. I'm close, but not actually at it. And I've lost my piece.
Hang on.
Okay, thank you. This is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, something I'm gonna be able. All right. I'm gonna sprint this this space.
Okay,
right here.
you're good with that. I'm gonna put your piece there. Lift your finger up.
Thank you.
Okay, you can move it back down now.
Okay, cool. I guess that's it for me for right now.
All right, Mr. Four Divots, you've made a big, terrible mistake.
I don't see how that's relevant or in any way unusual.
I'm bad at taunting, okay? Okay, that's me.
Everyone's watching. Did we have still one viewer? So thank you, whoever you are, and I hope I'm looking at you.
All right, I got this. Let's see. 1, 2, that's right. Okay, so this way. So moving 1. Yeah, that way it's open. That way it's open. So that way is closed. Okay, so another one. Yeah, am I doing this right? Okay.
Yeah.
There. 1 to that direction.
You moved yourself so far.
Yeah, okay, so. I'm straight down from the edge, and I'm straight close to the eastern edge. I think I'm like close to the center of the board right now, so I'm just gonna like pick a random direction.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna throw a rock south. So, using my rock.
You hit the edge of the board. It goes 4 spaces.
Ooh, okay, nice one quarter.
All right. So that's good information. Now, if only I knew where you were.
Excuse me. Let me get your hands. Nothing to get your hands.
Oh, yes, thank you. All right. That's so weird because we've got the cross-shaped piece. Oh, that's the edge. Okay. I am basically at the edge of the board. And that's a forest. Coming back from that's also a forest. I may be a little bit trapped here.
Here in a cul-de-sac.
I'm gonna. Can you sprint and then change directions?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll do that. Sprint down 1 and then over 1 this way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Four Divots, you're still messing up. Something hardcore.
Now,
Boy howdy. Boy howdy.
This is oddly like almost as terrifying as like legitimate skill taunting because it sounds like somebody with like, you know, like is actually angry at us and trying to kill us. All right, here I am. Okay.
Yeah, it is actually throwing me off my game.
Yeah. Okay. Shit. All right. So there's me. Shit. Okay. There. All right, I'm gonna go this. If that's open, I'm gonna go 1 east.
Yep.
Here. Okay. Feeling around. Okay. There we go. 1 back. Another. Oh shit, that's the edge of the board. Okay, shit, that's that way. And it's a forest. Shit. Alright, well, alright. Okay. So I just got, yeah.
Oh, thank you. If we wait, is Robin going to restore amends?
I don't know.
All right, that's a dead end.
So wait, where do you think, did you find an edge yet?
I am at an edge, and I'm going to sprint this way,
Okay.
What edge are you on?
south.
Okay, so you're probably like 4 spaces, I'm like at the eastern edge in the center basically, so you're probably like, you're southwest of me by about like 4 or 5
Oh, you got a rock.
Oh, all right.
Oh, hey, it's my rock. You found my rock.
Oh,
Okay,
hey,
good. Yeah, so
great.
you're right in the center of the board, basically, on the southern edge.
Okay, cool.
And I'm on the eastern edge.
Do I get to pick up the rock?
Yeah, it's here.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Rocks are just picked up. You don't have to like take action and do that.
Sweet.
All right, Mr.
Great.
Single Divot, You are. I don't know. I don't know how to charm. You're dead.
No, I don't want to be dead.
But also, Matt, your character just got attacked.
Oh,
shit.
from which direction?
From the north.
Oh shit.
You lose 1 health.
I'm going to throw one of my rocks in that direction.
Ow.
My one weakness.
I take the wound token. That's bad.
What does that do again?
It just means next turn I'm moving 1 space only.
Okay.
All right.
And that's me.
Okay.
All right. So you retreat 1 or 2 spaces. Well, first off.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Please give me your hand.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So you get to repeat 1 or 2 spaces, and you can hide at the end of that if you want.
All right. I'll move there and hide.
Okay.
That's a bad idea, isn't it?
You're allowed to be quiet now if you'd like.
You can't engage. Like combat can't start until the beginning of your next turn, basically. So he can move next to you, but that's not going to do anything until it's your turn. Is how hiding works.
Okay. Then give me your hand.
All right, here I am. Okay, so I know the hunter's down by you. I'm over here. Found the eastern edge. I know I can't go further south. Shit, I guess I go west and see if I hit something. Okay, so I'm gonna move 1 space, 2 space. That puts it back where it used to be, and then I'm gonna. Ooh, that was terrifying. Okay, and then I'm gonna move 1 space right over here.
Is that your hand?
That was my sprint, so I can't search after that.
All right. Now, since I'm hiding,
You go ahead. You can ask that
okay.
question.
I can still move, right?
Nope. Hiding is just, you're there. Until the beginning of your next, well, yeah, well now you're not hiding because it's the beginning of your next turn. You automatically come out of hiding at the beginning of your turn.
Thank you. I'm still using my quiet voice because I'm not hiding anymore.
I'm trying to think of. Okay. You guys, neither of you is closer than like 6 spaces away from the car. And I'm right next to one of you.
It's probably,
That's almost certain.
that fucking blows for you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try.
I'm not happy
Shit.
about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to nail him with a rock, I think.
Then your hand.
Alright. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, is that you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so combat starts.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it does. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay, we'll just run it from here. Alright.
Okay. Pew,
So-
pew, 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 pew.
Oh god, I lose a health. And, okay, so first off, I don't have a rock. Shit, I can't counterattack.
Biggest lesson I've learned tonight: axes go pew pew pew.
Yeah, alright.
Alright, so I moved 2 away from you.
Yeah, so you took my health. Well, no, I don't have a rock.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
I have
so
one.
instead, wait, hold on, can I see my piece again? Okay, so I gotta move, fuck. Oh shit. Okay.
We're hearing.
There we go. And then I'm gonna hide.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, no, it can be your turn now, because that was my attack. Because I actually.
Oh, yeah, okay, well done. Alright.
Yeah, so.
Alright, so I'm not hiding anymore. So now, shit, alright, now I'm here in this nice place. Okay. I'm gonna keep moving west. This is my shit.
Did you say this ass place?
Yes.
Okay. Just
Fuck.
making sure I heard it right.
Okay, so looking around, that's an open space. That's an open space. That's an open space. Did you start on like the western edge of the board, do you think? Now that you know that you're on the southern edge, where do you think you
I'm
started?
not 100% sure.
With like how
I
far?
really only feel a couple of spaces out, and once I went west, it felt like there was something there.
How far south did you go before you hit the southern edge?
About 2 or 3 squares.
Okay, so I started like way in the northeast basically, and I kind of came down in the center. So I think that the northwest remains relatively unexplored,
Okay.
and I will try to strike in that direction and see if I hit the car.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so that was, yeah, so 1, okay.
That's 2 move, right?
Yeah, that's my
Oh,
two.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my 2 move. Okay, my bad. Yeah. All right, so now I'm feeling around you. What the hell is this?
That's
That's
all forest. It's all
Okay,
forest.
that's all forest. All right, so that's me then. Okay.
All right.
Wait, actually, I'm gonna sprint. Sorry, I'm gonna sprint in one more. All right, sprint. 1. Okay.
All right.
You know you're a little to the east of
Oh,
where you're touching.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. Thank you. I'm going to sprint 2 north.
I'm just gonna move you to north then.
Yeah.
On the field,
Oh, what am I feeling for?
you're feeling where your pawn is because you can still feel around. I think.
Oh.
After a sprint, you can.
Where am I?
Hang on. Okay, I'm just gonna touch one of your fingers.
Okay, thank you.
All right. No, Matthew,
Yes.
you fucked up. Pew 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 pew
Oh
pew.
no.
This game is not very supportive.
No, it's
Keep
not.
fucking up.
So I got killed then? Okay, so I'm
Okay,
dead.
so you're dead.
Yes.
Damn. Thanks for the support.
Well,
Where the fuck was the car? Oh god damn it! I was in the right. I was going in the right direction.
yes, you
You
were.
were really close.
Nuts. Okay.
I don't blame you, but I am disappointed.
So am I, to be perfectly honest.
What do you think about that game? I see. That's the thing. It's like, that was fun.
It's
playing it. It's like-
interesting, and I mean, it helps if you have a better visual memory than I do.
Yeah,
But,
no, but it was like,
or very
even with
tactile
that,
memory.
It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
that's
neat.
the whole point. Like, and I like that is like you have to just talk constantly because you have to have that whole like, okay, so you were over there, and that was it. Like even if you didn't have a good visual memory like off the top of your head,
Yeah.
I could still be like, okay, so I know I'm over here, and I know we found this rock, and that's where I must have started then because I kind of came down around here.
Yeah, and it seems like finding the edges is really sort of important
Yeah,
because then once you know where the edges are, once you figure that